Some people were born to stay. I was born to follow.
I put my guitar on the back of my bike and an old dream in my eyes. I left so much behind that I didn't even have time to remember. The road calls me by name since I was a boy, and every curve that appears is God changing my destiny. I've loved him more than 1,000 cities, but I never knew how to commit. My heart is half road, always wanting to run, but there was a dusty smile that almost made me stop. It was you that evening asking me to stay, and I swear I tried to stay a little longer there, but the wind blew stronger and I was born to follow. I am road and heart, half longing, half earth. I carry memories in every place, but I never learned to stop. If one day I come back to you, it's because I'm tired of running, but until then I'll keep living like this, with the whole world inside me. The stars are my witnesses of everything I've left behind. Every love that wasn't forever is a piece I carried with me. And if one day I look back and see that the pain was worth it, it's because in every goodbye I learned a little about love. It's not a lack of wanting, it's fear of losing myself. If I stay too long, maybe I'll cease to be. I am road and heart, without a clear course, without direction, but every step I take takes me closer to who I am. If one day I come back to you, you don't even need to ask why. It was just my world spinning too much and realizing where my place is. Maybe it was always you. I was lost in the dust of the road, without a clear direction to follow. My heart full of pain and sorrow, not knowing where to go. That's when I looked to the sky, crying, and asked God to hear me. And in the silence of that night, I felt him speak to me there. He said, son, I never left you, I only waited for you to call me. Today I walk on the road with God, lift me up here. And even when everything darkens, I know He will guide me, because whoever walks with the Lord will never get lost on the I traded pain for hope and emptiness for faith. Today I sing my story of the miracle that God is. If you're there lost, not knowing where to go, give your life to Jesus. He will take care of you there. Today I walk the road with God, and nothing can stop me. If before I live falling, today I learn to get up. And if the road is difficult, I continue to walk, because whoever has God in their life will always win in the end. When love goes away, only the body remains, because the soul goes with it. Today I sat alone on the porch with my guitar crying in my hand. Even the dog sensed my path and lay sadly on the ground. The empty chair beside me seems like it's still your place, but the wind that blows silently only comes to hurt me. The bottle has become my friend. It knows everything I can say. Each sip is a wound that insists on not closing in you. The clock stopped in time since the day you left, and I remained in this suffering that not even God has ever seen. Longing has no brakes, it doesn't stop. It runs me over every dawn. It passes over my chest and leaves me like this, without direction, without anything. And I shout your name in the wind, but only mine returns. The moon looks at me with pity, illuminating my loneliness. And even the night became too small to hold so much pain in my heart. If regret could kill, I would have died a long time ago, for not having said I loved you before your last goodbye to the wind. And they say time heals everything, but mine only got worse. Each day is deeper, this hole you left behind. Longing has no brakes, it doesn't stop, it's an endless road with no arrival. I'm lost in life with a wounded soul and broken hope. If one day you remember me, know that I became like this for loving you too much. But if you're not meant to come back, the world can end, but I won't chase after you.
Hey, another one. Because forgetting her would only mean forgetting myself too.
The bar is already closing and I'm still here, embraced by this pain that won't go away. The owner even called me by name, said, "Drop it, you're going to die any minute now." But how can you drop what's still alive if she still lives inside my chest? I'm breathing, but I'm not existing after she became my goodbye. My shirt is stained with old tears and longing spilled on the counter. Each sip is a conversation with her that only happens inside my heart. My friends disappear, tired of seeing me destroying myself for someone who doesn't even care. And here I am insisting on suffering for someone who has already moved on to another life. I buried my love at the bottom of the glass, but it insists on coming back every time I dream. And the more I try to drown this pain, the more it swims and pulls me into despair. I'm becoming a remnant of a man abandoned, a broken heart thrown on the ground. If loving were a crime, I'd be condemned, serving a life sentence in solitude. Passed by her house yesterday, I saw the light on and someone at the gate. It was someone else occupying what was my dream, and I'm just left with emptiness in my hand. I stumbled back in my own sadness, with the world spinning without direction, and I realized that the worst certainty is loving alone in the darkness. If I disappear today, who will notice? If I fall here, who will pick me up? Because the one I loved most no longer cares, and I've even forgotten how to live. I buried my love at the bottom of the glass, but not even the drink can erase you. Each drink is just another plea for God or the devil to bring you back. And if I don't wake up tomorrow, no one needs to be alarmed. It was just a heart that got tired of being hurt and decided to stop.
It was almost midnight on the road, a dim light illuminating the ground. I pulled over just to refuel, but I filled my heart instead. You came with that smile and a hot coffee in your hand, said have a good trip, young man, and messed up my driving. It was just a moment, I know, but it stayed with me forever. It was gas station love, quick, intense, and unpredictable. It lasted less than a stop, but it stayed with me like a song. And even today, when I pass by there, my heart slows down, because sometimes a second is worth a lifetime. I went back there the following week, but you weren't there anymore. Just the wind and the longing, and an empty nest that won't go away. Does destiny play games, or just like to test us? But someone in your life, only to take them away later. It was a gas station romance, and I don't even know your name properly, but your gaze is engraved here inside my chest. And if one day I find you again, I don't even know what I'll say. I only know that in another life I would stop just to see you. I threw my things in the truck without looking back, without saying goodbye. The big city was never my world. I was born for the road, born to leave. My past stayed in the rear view mirror, and everything that tried to bring me down. Each mistake became a lesson, each fall taught me to get up. And today I know who I am. There's nowhere left to run. It's just a new beginnings, open heart for whatever comes. If life turns me inside out, I'll become stronger than it once. There's no fear in this chest, only the will to live. Because whoever has lost everything has nothing left to fear. The radio plays an old song, and I sing loudly just to forget. But deep down I know that this road will still
satisfies me. If one day I stop somewhere, then whether it's to build, not to run away, because this time I learned that living is also all about persisting. It's just in a new beginning, and I won't hide anymore. If the world closes 1,000 doors, I'll knock them down until dawn. And if they ask who I am, I say without regret, I am a child of the road, and I was born to win.
There's a party on the farm tonight. Everyone's already started to arrive. There are little flags waving in the wind, and the accordion ready to play. There's corn roasting, mulled wine in the mug, and laughter filling the air. But when you arrive in the yard, my heart starts to race. You call me with that look, and I already know it's gonna happen. It's a country dance, dust on the ground. We're dancing close together.
Your dress twirling in the dance, and me lost in your smile. Each step is a memory of this love that became paradise. And if the moon goes away and the sun comes to brighten things up, we sit on the porch just to watch the day begin. It's a country dance nobody